welcome to a special edition of BWTM Sports. Don't forget to rate and subscribe. When you hit the subscription button, make sure you also hit the notification.
Each and every one of us were created by God.
Thank you very much, YouTube. I must be getting real popular. Anyway, sorry about the distraction. Hope you enjoy the show. Okay, so welcome to BWTM Sports. For this particular video, facial reactions are what are necessary. Now, for those who don't know, on Sunday I did an advanced instructor course, and I passed today on Tuesday. And it's great in terms of me moving forward into the boxing world or returning to the boxing world. So that's really great news there. But very happy, went out, did a little bit of shopping. CB Sports TV, right? But it was good. I was having a good time. I was very happy. I was delighted. And I do go to my Instagram page. And for those of you who don't know, my Instagram page is BWTM Online. I do go to my Instagram page to obviously post about the success we've had with BWTM or just what's been going on during my day. And I did kind of scroll through and I read something about Tyson Fury discussing Anthony Joshua potentially joining his camp. And then I read... Then I looked at a clip and I saw Joshua talking about how he'd be happy to help Tyson Fury, and I'm like, if you want facial expressions, that is the facial expression. My whole day, from really being great, feeling great, just plummeted with this garbage. Now, hear me out here. People say that I don't like Joshua. Nothing to do with the fact. It's just a fact of I just don't like the BS. Now, as for Tyson Fury, he's Captain Contradiction. Now, this is a guy, remember, who said that Joshua was a pumped up weightlifter and nothing between his. He was dumb and was a pumped up weightlifter. This is Tyson Fury. Right? And then he called Deontay a skinny basketball player who's a dosser. Remember he said that? For the first fight. So now, the second fight comes round. He said AJ should retire if he gets beat by Ruiz the second time. AJ had his brain splattered across the canvas 4 times over in America. He then has a rematch against an out of shape Andy Ruiz and wins. Okay, congratulations AJ. And now Fury's talking about getting the same pumped up weightlifter who got beat all around the ring by Andy Ruiz and embarrassed in America and basically was on a back foot for most of that for all that fight and clinging for dear life against an out of shape Andy Ruiz who he couldn't drop or knock out. And now Fury's saying that AJ would be good sparring and preparation for him. Fury's saying this. And Fury and Joshua have had words over the telephone and they don't get on with one another. So I'm thinking, what is Captain Contradiction doing now? What is this? And how does sparring Joshua prepare for Wilder? Surely Lawrence Okolie would be better sparring for you because Lawrence Okolie's long and gangly. I'm not saying he's Deontay Wilder, but he's better dimensions for you than Joshua. The whole thing is cringeworthy. Not only cringeworthy, it's like the rest of the world are watching you. and like Fury's on his back getting a massage, and he's talking about Joshua, and Joshua's doing. It was like they may as well have blown kisses at one another. But Fury's a smart man. Check this. The only thing I would think of Fury is, all right, he bashed me up in sparring when I was younger. When I was younger, if I can get past the Wilder fight, I might see the AJ fight. Let me see. Let me see what AJ's. See, Fury's not a fool though. Fury might bring AJ into camp to do one of two things. A, to look at AJ and see what AJ's about now in 2020. B, to size up AJ now because he's really been close to AJ. Size AJ up now in sparring, size him up and everything, physical strength, that sort of stuff. Size him up in sparring and think, yeah, I could do that in 2020. Or, no, I'm not having that in 2020. And I'm going to really look at my retirement plans. And for me, Tyson Fury is a guy that I can see retiring soon. And I don't think AJ's too far behind him. I really don't. I don't see these guys going on another 10 years. AJ and Fury, I don't see them going on another 10 years. If they go another 5 years, I'll be surprised. But the whole thing's cringeworthy. I mean, your rival for heavyweight dominance. Fury, Wilder, Joshua. They're the top three. They're the people, the people say either Wilder's the best, Fury's the best, or Joshua's the best. Joshua's kind of dropped down that because of what happened with the Ruiz fight. And of course, you've got Fury and Wilder both unbeaten. So, well, Fury beat Wilder. Wilder dropped Fury twice. Fury's looked not so great in his last few fights. Wilder's looked devastating in his last couple of fights. So it's what you like. Or whatever political leaning you've got. So any one of the three, you kind of play with and say, well, one of these three are the best in the world. Then you start talking about Usyk, White, and whoever else wants to come along on that list. But the bottom line is, it's like asking Joe Fraser, like Muhammad Ali asking Joe Fraser to prepare for George Foreman. I don't get it, and I take because Joshua and Wilder are so far from one another in terms of styles, in terms of one guy is ultra cautious after being knocked all around the ring, and then the other guy you got is ultra attack and wants to take people's heads off, and he's taking heads out. So I don't know how that works out. There are other dynamics in it as well, and if they're going to fight, and the thing is, if Fury were to beat Wilder, then the next fight would probably be Fury versus Joshua in the summer. So it's kind of weird that you would be sparring the guy potentially you would fight in your next fight. I don't know if that really happens in boxing, and I don't like the way boxing's kind of moving at the moment with people making business deals like Canelo and Canelo Alvarez and Kovalev the other day. All things seems a bit too. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like the locket whatsoever. I don't like it. What does it say about heavyweight boxing, particularly in the UK? We're buddying up now to go and fight Wilder. No. That shows big weaknesses there. It means that you got some serious concerns. That's what it looks like to me. But I think what Fury trying to feed two birds with one worm, get intel on Joshua and get what he can out of Joshua and look after his future. Fury's an opportunist. He's a smart soul, so you got to watch him like a hawk. Those are my thoughts. But the whole thing is pretty cringeworthy. That conversation could be had over a telephone. It could be had over a telephone. It could have gone private. It didn't have to be like that. And it certainly didn't have to be in such a situation where it looks just cringeworthy. Just, awful. Absolutely awful. And I wanted to put my face on camera so that people in the US understand that I ain't down with any of that stuff. I might be from the UK. I've got a lot of US influence in my life. and probably better US educated than I'm UK educated. And that stuff don't bode well. It's just like a PR disaster for me. You just don't. It doesn't. It do, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? Two of the best heavyweights in the world who will probably fight the next fight. What are you doing? What are you talking about? I mean, you both got egos, so that's not going to be a friendly spar. You've both had bad things to say about one another. I mean, no, no, it don't make no sense. It's just terrible, terrible. Listen, and Sugar, I said before, go back and listen to the interview with Deontay Wilder when he was just before he went to talk to Reggie Rahim, where he turned around and said, you know, till this day. Before he did the till this day, he had a conversation with somebody else, and he said about Fury, it don't matter what trainer he's got, and then the English guy, and you know, some of the people from the UK are going and ask these questions. They're not really clued into energy, and they're not clued into who they're talking to. So this guy's asking the question, oh, well, Tyson Fury said he's going to knock you out. I'm like, well, did you really think about that question before you even asked Deontay Wilder, the guy who genuinely does lay people out flat? Well, you know, Tyson says he's going to knock you out. I'm like, what kind of a question is that? To the king of knockouts. The king of knockouts. To a guy who could knock out Pianetta and struggle to knock down a 5'6" midget in Safa Severi. He's suddenly going to knock out Wilder. I'm like, what? What? Then he said, I remember Wilder saying, it don't matter what trainer he's got. It don't matter who he's got in his corner. Bottom line is, when we fight and I hit him, he's going over. And when I say it, believe me, it's going to happen. I guarantee you there'll be knockdowns and knockouts. So, it don't matter who Fury has in his corner. It don't matter who Fury trains with and spars with. The only thing Fury needs to be concerned with is not getting hit with that right hand. And it was the left hook that dropped him, not the right hand. Because if he got hit with a right hand, like Dominic Brazil got hit, or like Stavern got hit, or like Svilka got hit, one of them other guys got hit. Now, if Fury gets hit with that right hand, he's going over, he's not getting up. And I keep telling people, the Luis Ortiz fight, the first Luis Ortiz fight, when Luis Ortiz got dropped for the first fight and got dropped twice, I said, if Wilder touches him this time, he ain't getting up. And the same thing in Fury. So Fury better fight a perfect fight for 12 rounds. He better. That's the only way he wins the fight. He's got to fight 12 rounds, perfect. Don't get hit. Do not get hit. Do not get hit by Wilder, which is an impossibility that Fury's going to box a 12 round and not get hit by Wilder. Impossibility. No. Wilder's gotten better since the last fight. Fury has regressed and fought two very poor opponents since. Sorry. No matter what, CB Sports TV, salute, brother. No matter what Fury tries, he's getting knocked out. We know it's coming, brother. Yes, Baylor. Evening, Prince 9. Dave Brad says, congrats on passing the advanced course. Thank you so much. It means the world. And 2020, we're coming. Thank you very much for the congratulations. Thank you for the congratulations, DOG215. You're the man over on Instagram. Thank you so much. I love talking to you on Instagram. Get a good laugh with you. Prince 9, big up. Yes. What do you think you'd learn from the sparring? That they shouldn't be sparring. If I were the manager, if I were the trainer Tyson Fury, I was the trainer Joshua, I'd be saying, no, wait, you are not going up there for sparring, because that's not going to be sparring. That's going to be a war. Too much egos, and you guys are going to be fighting to no. Because, you know what I mean? Certain things like the length of somebody's arms, even when you're sparring with somebody, there's certain things you can pick up when you're inside the ring with him that you wouldn't pick up when you're outside the ring. Certain speed, strength, brain, boxing brain, try a few moves. Nah, I would keep well away from it for Joshua and for Fury. But, of course, today's age of boxing, we've got so many jokers out there. AJ's comedy gold. Do rivals actually spar with each other, or is this just small talk, I think? Listen, He better keep to small talk. Bipolar Tyson. Fury was on IG using the puppy emoji on his face, accepted if he sounded honoured. The desperation is evident from both. It's goddamn it's criminal. The pair of them should get locked up for that. They should be banned off social media. LOL, you know if they sparred, Tyson would be an Instagram immediately after saying how many times he dropped Femi. Yeah. We know that. Yeah, but what? Listen, if I had my feud, I said Tyson, hey, yo, what do you need the bodybuilder for? What do you need the pumped up weightlifter for to help me to fight Wilder? Isn't Wilder a dosser? What do you need the pumped up weightlifter for? And things got that bad now that you have to go back to the pumped up weightlifter. Or you just contradict yourself yet again. How the mighty have fallen. The other day was a pumped up weightlifter. Today you're saying, yes, please, I'll take you for sparring. Whoa. Like bringing Joyce in to prepare for Ali. Yeah, it's like that. Fury ain't ready for AJ Power. You fight him. No, you fight him. You go first. Okay, I'll help you. Okay, help me. I go first, but then you go first. Hey, it's like, yeah. What's it? It was so nice. I had to do it twice. And I found out from a friend of mine, he said that is not Joshua. That's actually from a guy called Fabulous on his album. If somebody could go back and find that if it was Fabulous that said that, it was so nice I had to do it twice. Somebody can find that if it was Fabulous that said that, we're going to have to call him Copyright Joshua. But anyway, it shows weakness. Yes, it does indeed. If Fury beats Wilder, he's more than ready for Joshua. Yeah, if. And that's a big if. I still think AJ Vlad was a business deal. Quite possibly, because when AJ went down, Vlad should have finished him off. I pre-planned or PR move. Well, maybe. I stopped listening to Fury in 2015. LOL. Well, I stopped listening to Fury a long time ago. I told people before he's making his comeback, I said, this guy is the Captain Contradiction. And he strikes again. They're so scared of Wilder. Of course, whoa. Yo. Listen to this. Here's a news alert. Before you were in the ring with Braun Strowman or what the guy's name was, WWE, it was acting. The fight before that, you fought a guy that was unknown. He shook you and cut you up and make you thought you were a life and death struggle. The fight before that was the fight of the unknown. And then the fight before that, you were on your back. So, you know, it's not looking great. But anyway. The name of the video is Encontrel Aeropub. Okay, thank you very much, Jose Roberto. It's obvious AJ doesn't want Wilder. It's obvious as Barry Hearn never wanted Wilder. He said as long as if Wilder went nowhere near us, because Wilder wanted Joshua from day one, but they didn't want it. Go back and look at the video of Barry Hearn talking about Deontay Wilder. Anyway, Sugar Hill came out saying Tyson moved trainers because he's aiming for the KO in this time round. Yeah, he's aiming to get KO'd. Let him come for the KO. He's aiming to get KO'd. That's the thing. Because when Tyson holds his feet, that's when he'll get KO'd. You better do that shit where he's running around the ring. You better keep running around the ring like he did before, hands down and irky jerky. If he does that stuff, comes for Wilder, he's getting knocked out quick. He's walking onto shots. No, bad idea. Rather, I agree or disagree with you on topics. You always come across as genuine and real with your views. Salute. Yeah, I know, Mr. Boxing Today. Much love to you as well. But I had to show my face for this one because I know a lot of people hear my voice, but they think that British guy, that guy from the UK, is with them other dark chuckers, and I'm not. So I'll just get that quite clear here. Yeah, I know, Denise, you just got to shake your head. Walling called Fury problems, I know. Ingram, are you coming to the US for Wilder versus Fury 2? Yeah, that's a possibility because many things are changing in my life, and it's all damn possible. It's all damn possible. Sugar Hill better make sure Fury gets KO'd. Loyalty first. Oh boy, you know, karma's an interesting thing. When you go around, keep being loyalty seems to get broken over and over again. Eventually, that karma comes back with loyalty. Wouldn't be surprised. Sugar Hill gonna sabotage Tyson Fury for not giving Vlad rematch. Very interesting. I'm gonna holler at Sugar Hill. Sliding brown envelope. Fury lucky I ain't rich. LOL. Counterfeit Femi. AJ's a swagger jacker. Listen, I just wanted to make it very clear in this video that although I'm from the UK, I'm born in the UK, it doesn't mean I condone the garbage that goes on. And that right there between Joshua and Fury was almost like somebody described in here. No, you go first. No, you go. You fight him, and we'll see how you do. And if you do what that stuff, no. But you know, Lennox Lewis did something kind of similar to that. But Lennox was a bit different. Lennox will say, you know what? Let them two fight and beat the crap out of one another, and I'll take the winner. What Lennox was really saying is, yeah, the more they them two guys beat one another up, let them keep fighting. And when there's less of you fighting you, then I'll fight you. That's what he loved about Bo and Holyfield fighting 3 times. He said, yeah, because them two would beat one another. And then when Bo went and fought Galata, he was like, yeah, them two fighters have got. I said, yeah, it must be. You know what? That's great. You know, Galata, you know, he beaten Bo up, and you know Holyfield, you know, he gave Bo problems. So you know, I'll fight ridiculous Bo whenever. Lennox was very smart. He's very smart. You know, the fresh guys, we're nice and fresh. No. Let me make sure you get beat up a bit. And then when you get beat up and see a bit of problems with you, so you get hurt or rot. Like when Lewis saw Holyfield, when Holyfield became the champion, he knocked out Buster Douglas. Lennox was quiet. Lennox only opened up his mouth when Holyfield got rocked by a Cooper. Then Lennox come out and said, yeah, I'll fight Holyfield. If Burt Cooper's doing that to him, I'll go fight Holyfield. I want Holyfield now. Only when he saw Holyfield get hurt and get rocked and get dropped by Burt Cooper, then Lennox started opening up his mouth. That's when he started running up his mouth. But remember when Ikibuchi, or that guy, when that guy was tearing through the heavyweight division and taking out 2 and stuff, Lennox was quiet. Not a word from Lennox Lewis. Quiet. So them kind of tactics, seen them before. See a man go out there, see him get beat up. See how he gets beat up. All right. And now it's my turn. So with Fury and AJ, it's a bit different. It's like, okay, well, you fought him already, and I can come in and I can learn a little bit when you fought him. So I'll come in and learn from you, and I'll help you prepare for him. Man, they paired them. It's not good, man. And that whole rivalry between Fury and Joshua, you now think to yourself, well, if they're that buddy that they can go and spar together and potentially could fight the next fight, I mean, what sort of choreographed garbage are we going to watch next? I'm sorry, I don't like the sound of it. If Wilder fights, relax. Fury's in trouble. Think it was AJ and Tyson Fury trying to build a nationalist support. What? What are they going to try and get into government together? Fury and Joshua, Prime Minister, and what do you call it? What do you call it? Deputy Prime Minister. Oh man. Wilder did similar when Ruiz had belts. Now behave yourself. He didn't do that. They're both in the same company. Wilder and Ruiz are both under Al Heyman PBC. Joshua's with Matchroom and DAZN, or I don't know which one, either Matchroom or DAZN, I just with these. And Fury's with Top Rank. So how did they do this? Shut up, man. A PR move that looks bad to hardcores. Lennox was after all the scalps from get-go. No, he wasn't. Don't talk rubbish. Lennox was not after them for the get-go. He was not after them. He did not fight Michael Moorer. He did not fight what's his name, Chris Bird, and he didn't fight Ike about he was ready for them for the get-go. Don't talk rubbish, man. He weren't ready for the get-go. He weren't ready for no get-go. He was ready for the get-go. Don't tell me about but he's ready for get-go. He wasn't ready for the get-go. Don't try and tell me about Lennox Lewis, man. Don't even try it. Don't try it. Don't try it. Anyway, Lennox was after them from the get-go. Don't try it, man. Only UK people talk that rubbish, man. He wasn't ready from the get-go. Wasn't ready from the get-go, man. Lennox was a good fighter. I'm not disrespecting, man, but he wasn't ready from the get-go, man. Stop that. And look at the scalps he had. Well, how old Holyfield was. How old Tyson was. I mean, Riddick Bowe was the one, but Bowe didn't want anything to do with him. That's one. Bowe didn't want anything to do with him. So anyway, I ended that. Joshua offers to help Fury prepare for Wilder. Good afternoon, the underrated Darkness. The pair of them should be ashamed of themselves. Fury should be ashamed of himself to even want the pumped up weightlifter in the ring sparring with him. And Joshua, I mean, you've been called a pumped up weightlifter. Why the hell would you even offer to help Tyson Fury out? I don't get it. Or maybe, I guess, that you don't have to face Wilder. That's how much Joshua rates Fury. He'd rather fight Fury than he fight Wilder. That's what it looks like to me. AJ looked like he was talking to the therapist in the interview with Sky. I haven't seen the interview yet. I haven't seen it. Not Lennox's fault. He came with his prime later than the other. Shut up, man. Shut up. I don't want to hear that nonsense, man. Lennox was a good fighter, but don't start giving it the extra layer of butter and top, mate. Don't. Because when Lennox was around, not a lot of British people liked Lennox. They loved Bruno. They didn't like Lennox. And when Lennox beat up Bruno that night, they didn't like Lennox for that. You understand? I'm telling you what Lennox was like. Lennox was not liked in the UK. He was called a Canadian. You know, he was called a Jamaican. He was not liked. So don't even try and come out now with the Lennox was this and Lennox was that. Not a lot of people like Lennox Lewis. The hardcore like Lennox Lewis. Because Lennox Lewis weren't Frank Bruno. Bruno was selling himself out, whereas Lennox weren't. You understand? So Lennox weren't everybody's cup of tea. Lennox went about, did his business differently. Most of the time Lennox was in America, training up in the Poconos Mountain with Emmanuel Stewart. So don't even try it, Lennox. Remember when Lennox got knocked out? I tell you how popular Lennox was. When Lennox Lewis got knocked out, the morning, I had on the call, it was outside of a fire station with 3 or 4 people outside of a fire station. That's when Lennox got knocked out. Right? Don't tell you about Lennox Lewis, man. Yeah, Apollo Creed and Rocky training for Clubber Lang. That's the nonsense. Exactly. AJ and Fury double team AJ. Whatever. I think Fury thinks this is WWE. I think he actually thinks that if things go wrong and Wilder drops him, Joshua's going to come over the top rope. What? AJ's therapist told him to go in the ring ahead of the fight to calm his nerves. I can smell his fear. Listen, I'm not getting into this because people say I bash AJ. I don't bash AJ. You see, I'm not bashing him. I'm not bashing AJ. I'm not getting into it. I'm just saying that it seems to me that Fury is still in WWE mode. And I think he feels somehow or the other that AJ is going to come over the top rope and help him against Wilder. We want to be careful AJ may come for the top rope and get hit back through the ropes like he did against Ruiz. That would not be good. Batman and Robin. Oh my lord. Oh no. Muscle Man and the Gypsy King. And that's the tag team. Muscle Man and the Gypsy King from the United Kingdom. Muscle Man and Gypsy King versus Deontay, the Bronze Bomber. Wilder. And there's another thing. Hold on. Another thing. I just want to clear this up before I end this. To that man down the screen, you know who you are, who came into my comment section and said, you love US fighters and you're a Wilder supporter. I said, if you knew my history, you knew I dogged Wilder out. For the longest while, I dogged Wilder out. Right? I dogged Wilder out. To the point where he was saying things via social media. I dogged Wilder out. Right? I wouldn't dog him to his face in that sense. But what I mean is, I told him, we want people to applaud you for fighting big cab drivers. Like, why? And then when he became champion, he said, all right, kudos, you became heavyweight champion of the world. So, you know, so I don't, I don't like people that come on my channel who don't know about me, coming on and making accusations about me, about who I am or who I think I am, or they don't watch a history of what I've said. As for AJ, I'd been pointing since 2.5 years ago. So, and the stuff about Fury, I've been talking about for ages too. And you've seen the contradiction here again. I think that's a way for AJ to gauge Fury. I think there's a way for them to gauge one another. That interview did sound like a therapy session when I turned it on midway. I know a loony one when I oh gosh. Well, guess what? It looks like I'll have to get the anti-BS commissioner back in the room. I think he'll have plenty to say about this. So I'm going to get him in the room. I don't think he's going to be best pleased with this whole Joshua and Fury thing. And it looks like I'll have to buy more drinks afterwards because we were going to sit down and celebrate my passing the course. But obviously, I can't celebrate that. Fury needed 10 plumbers after Wilder has done with him, and Wilder will fight his gay lover Femi in between rounds. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me get out of here. Hey, thank you for watching. Appreciate you all as always. Much love. Great to see the love from the US, of course, from CB Sports TV and Mr. Boxing Today, and anybody else who's from the US as well. Shout out to you all. Much love. And whether we agree or disagree, that's all cool. But I'm not one of those dart chuckers, as my brother Blood Sports likes to talk about. Not Blue Blood. What's his name again? Blood Boxing. Much love to Blue Blood as well. But Blood Boxing, shout out to him as well. 78 Sports TV, phenomenal. All of you, shout out to you all. So I'm getting out of here. I'm done. I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I have. How embarrassing. Don't forget to subscribe. As always, hit the notification bell.